Happy Veterans Day. I'm Pete Gull, the principal of Horizon Elementary School. Most years on November 11th, or around November 11th, we pack our gym with staff, students, and special guests as we remember this special day. We hope that in 2022 we can once again gather and celebrate Veterans Day together. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the people who helped us put on this year's virtual presentation, but have also helped in other years as we have that big party together. Thanks to Mrs. Barudian, to Mrs. Barr, to Mr. Milbauer, to Mrs. Kozlik, to the Horizon staff, to Dr. Katie, and the Pewaukee District Board of Education. To our veterans, thank you for participating in one of our greatest traditions, and welcome to Horizon School. I'm honored that you've joined us on such an important day, and I'm proud that the Horizon School family has the opportunity to honor your service and to remember the sacrifices that you've made and the courage that it takes to defend our country. Thank you for your service to us and to our entire country. To our students, we're all very lucky today to remember and celebrate the actions of our service veterans, to share this day with our school, with our community, and with our nation. Tonight, when your school day is done, discuss this experience with your parents, with your brothers, and with your sisters. Tell them about what you heard and about what you saw and what you learned from those special visitors. The next time you're with your family and you see that American flag, please point it out. Explain that it stands as a symbol for our whole country and that it's one way that we tell the world who we are as a people. It also shows that we're connected to each other as Americans. And because our flag is so special, we treat it with respect. Look at the flag together and point out that each part has a special meaning. The 50 stars stand for our 50 states. The 13 stripes stand for the 13 original colonies. Make sure your family knows the importance of the flag's colors. White signifies purity and innocence. Red stands for hardiness and valor. And blue shows our vigilance, perseverance, and our love of justice. The next time you're at a game, school event, or special activity, please treat the flag with reverence. When the flag is being recognized, presented, or you are repeating the Pledge of Allegiance, we quietly face the flag and stand at attention with our right hands over our hearts. Any soldiers or veterans present will use a military salute. We remain standing at an attention until the flag comes to rest and the Pledge of Allegiance is complete. Tell your family about the Pledge of Allegiance. Explain that the pledge is simply a promise. We're giving our word that we'll be loyal to our country, which is what the American flag represents. As Americans, we decided to create that pledge to remind ourselves of our special freedoms. And at Horizon School, we stand, we face our flag, and we solemnly repeat this promise as we start each day. And a final thanks to all of you. We appreciate you spending time with us and for supporting the entire team at Horizon School.
Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along.
Counter, march, right about!
Hear those wagon soldiers shout, while those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high heat in the field artillery. Call off your numbers loud and strong.
2, 3!
And where'er you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. Yes, those caissons go rolling along. Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. Counter march, right about, hear those wagon soldiers shout, while those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high heat in the field artillery. Call off your numbers loud and strong. And where you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. Yes, those caissons go rolling along.
I'm Eric Vandervoort. I'm the commander of Post 9537 here in Pewaukee. We are the Veterans of Foreign Wars. To be different than the American Legion, our members have served in a combat zone somewhere around the world over the last number of years. I personally was in the Marine Corps for 6 years and served in Desert Storm as a helicopter mechanic, crew chief, door gunner, and got out right after and came home. And then these are some of the other veterans that we have in our post.
I'm Dale Stark. I was in the Korean War. I went to Suwon, Korea. I was a specialized vehicle mechanic. I was in the 8th Fighter Bomber Wing. And we were flying F-80 fighter bombers to the front line, dropping napalm and bombs and such.
I'm Ron Henry. I served in the Navy from 1976 to 1996. I was in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and Southern Watch. All three of those. I was electronics technician aboard numerous ships, and that's my career.
I'm John Miller. I'm a Korean veteran. I served in the Navy and was in Task Force 77 off Korea. We sort of guarded or patrolled with an aircraft carrier, and they were the ones that were doing the flying into Korea, doing the bombing and so forth.
I'm John Herbaleo. Served in the U.S. Army Airborne from 83 to 1991. I was in Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Actually, it was Shield first, then Storm. I was at the units that were guarding right by the neutral zone, and then our unit later went on into seize control into Iraq. And the unit I was with was right into Baghdad. Got out right after the war in '91.
Stand Navy out to sea, fight our battle cry. We'll never change our course, so vicious close earshot. Roll out the TNT, anchors away. Sail on to victory and sink their boats to Davy Jones, hooray! Stand Navy out to sea, fight our battle cry. We'll never change our course, so vicious close earshot. Roll out the TNT, anchors away. Sail on to victory and sink their boats to Davy Jones, hooray!
Well, I got out of high school and decided that there was something bigger for me, and it was something I'd been thinking about doing when I was in high school, and I decided to join the Army. I was stationed in Panama and Honduras. That's located in Central America. I was there 2 years. I had two different types of jobs when I was in there. I was a military police officer, and we did garrison. So it was like being a regular cop. You drive around, catch people speeding on base, write tickets, things to that effect. My second job was I was a combat support MP. So we trained with special forces out in the jungle, and basically during that time we would eat what are called MREs, meals ready to eat. These were in a plastic pouch that you would open. I would recommend not eating them, but when I was on base as a garrison cop, we went to the mess hall, burgers, whatever they would have that day. So yeah, I've got a couple of buddies that I still keep in contact with. I had just gotten married after basic training, so my wife actually joined me down in Panama. So she was down there with me. So, and she made some friends there as well. So it's, lifelong friends. Oh, absolutely. when I was stationed in Honduras, we ran convoy security for all the engineers down there. So this, you're picturing a long view of trucks with Humvees with machine guns up on top, and that's what I did. So we basically protected, you know, the engineers that were driving the big rigs and stuff. You know, there would be sniper fire and things to that effect, and so it was our job to keep everybody safe. Well, I think it's something that every person should know something about. Not just the kids, but even adults. There are so many adults that I know that don't really have an understanding what the military is. It's something to be proud of. We joined, the majority of us joined because we love this country, and that's what it's all about.